how the question paper pattern will be. So all these things we'll be discussing in today's session. Written examinations for 80 marks and the formative assessment for 20 marks. So this is a complete outcome of this subject. By studying this, you will be able to understand the fundamentals of Java, what is that OOP concept. With respect to part A, we will be having complete of 10 questions of 2 marks, which yields us a total of 20 marks. Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the very first session. And before that, I would like to warmly welcome you all to the next stepping semester, that is second semester. So in this semester, the subject I have opted for you is none other than Java, that is object-oriented programming with Java. Let me tell you, this is a very important subject with respect to your real-time environment or real-world applications, because many programming languages are still dependent on the Java programming, and this is one of a crucial programming language. Whenever you consider computer science, the programming languages that comes into our mind is it starts from C, C++, Java. In this way it goes, right? So yes, Java is one of very bestest subject that you have in this semester. My name is Deepa Kutnikar. I'm working as an assistant professor at the Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. In this session, we are starting with understanding the subject in a clear way. Let's move forward and understand the agenda of today's session. In today's session, we will be discussing each and every bit of Java programming subject. Yes, it starts with understanding what is the course code, what is the credit that you can earn if you successfully complete the subject. Then later, you will also be understanding like which is the reference book that you have to refer in order to study the subject. Later, we also will be discussing what is the maximum marks that is being allotted under SEP. Then you'll be also understanding what is the outcome of the subject, like what is the usefulness of the subject or outcome of the subject will be defined in the session. Later on, we will be also discussing regarding the units, like what are the number of units and what is the thing that is included in the unit. Further, how the internal marks has been allotted and all the stuff. I'd like to initiate one more thing over here. You have a very good surprise for you people. That is none other than question paper pattern discussion. Yes, you'll be understanding like what is the marks that you have to concentrate on with respect to each individual units and how the question paper pattern will be. So all these things we'll be discussing in today's session. All right, let's move forward and start with understanding what is the course code as well as the number of credit that's been allotted. The course code for the subject, that is object-oriented programming with Java, is none other than CAM22T, and the credit that you can score easily by completing the subject successfully is none other than 3. Yeah. All right, let's move forward and understand which is the reference book that you have to refer in order to study this subject. So this is a reference book, that is Object-Oriented Programming with Java, which is written by Mr. M.T. Somshekhar, D.S. Guru, as well as K.S. Manjunatha, which is published by PHI Learning. So this is a book. This is easily available on the online platform. You can buy through them, or even you can buy this in an offline store too. Next, let's understand what is the maximum marks that is being allotted for this subject. Yes, it is as usual for 100 marks, but how is it allotted? This 100 marks is allotted as 80 plus 20, wherein you'll be having written examinations for 80 marks and the formative assessment for 20 marks. So this is a marks criteria with respect to this subject. Moving forward, let's start with understanding the outcome of this subject, that is none other than course outcome. Over successful completion of this course, we will be able to understand the Java programming basics as well as OOP concepts, which is nothing but object oriented programming language. Java is also correlated with OOP concept. So, how is it correlated? What are the things we have to mind? All these things will be studied. So, these forms are first and second COs. Then, we will also be able to drive a bit depth and understand the different packages as well as interfaces that is included in Java language. So it forms our third outcome. Up next, we have to understand like what are the special cases that is included in Java. So that special cases is none other than exception handling, file handling, as well as multi-threading. So all these things will be learned under this subject, and this forms our fourth CO. Later on, after studying all these things, we have to go with a front-end application design, right? Is nothing but a GUI design. That's by using multiple tools, but specifically with respect to AWT is been included in your syllabus. So this forms our next CO. So this is a complete outcome of this subject. By studying this, you will be able to understand the fundamentals of Java, what is that OOP concept, how is it correlated. Then finally, you'll be starting with understanding what are the different packages and what are the interfaces that is utilized in order to design the front end applications. Then we will be studying some special cases like exception handling, file handling, as well as multi-threading. How is it possible? What is the syntax for that? All these things will be studying under this subject. Then finally, once we are done with learning and understanding all this concept, we will go with designing some front end applications, that is interfaces, GUI interfaces, by using few tools that is supported by Java. For example, for that is AWT. So this is a complete outcome of this syllabus. Now let's move forward and understand unit-wise discussion. So under this subject, you are having a complete of 4 units only. And out of those 4 units, how is this outcome is been allotted? Let's see that. The first unit is all about fundamentals of Java, wherein you'll be understanding first what is the basic fundamentals of OOP. Then further, you will be understanding and learning the definitions as well as the fundamental programming language that starts with Java, like who has invented it and how is been it evolved, and all those stuff will be studied under this unit. Later on, we will be studying the difference between Java and C++. So what is the difference between these different languages? Further, we will also be understanding like how Java programming language is better compared to other programming languages. All this stuff will be studied here. Later on, we will be also studying the basic programming structure of Java programming language. Further, we also will be learning the programming fundamentals. So this forms our complete unit 1. Next, let's go with unit 2. So unit 2 is all about classes, objects. When we consider OOP, then we have to study regarding class and object, isn't it? Yes, that's why under unit 2, we will be learning in depth about classes, objects, arrays, as well as strings. So all the stuff will be studied under our unit 2. Moving forward, the unit 3 is regarding some special cases like multi-threading, exception handling, as well as file handling and all the stuff. So these are the things that we study under unit 3. Up next, in 4th unit, we will be learning how to design the GUI by using special toolkit that is none other than AWT. Along with that, you will also be studying like what is AWT, what is its overview, then how AWT is used in order to handle an event. So all these things in depth will be studied under unit 4. So you can see the growth starting from basic concept understanding, then later understanding the Java programming language, then moving with unit 2 where you'll be understanding basic things of programming languages, classes, objects, arrays, strings and all that. In 3rd unit, we will be stepping with the special cases of Java, that is like exception handling, multi-threading, and all the stuff. In fourth unit, you will be understanding like how to design the GUI, that's by using AWT, and what is its overview, how is it being utilized in order to go with an event and all the stuff. So this is your complete Java programming language, that is object-oriented programming with Java. And let's move forward and understand the internal marks allotment. So let's move forward over here. As you know, the marks that's been awarded for internals or IA is none other than 20 marks. Now, how many internals are there? How the units are being splitted? Yes, there is total of 2 internals wherein you will be studying 2 units for first internal and next 2 units for second internal. Next, we have to understand like how this 20 marks is allotted, because we are done with 2 internals, right? So they will consider the average of these 2 internals in order to allocate these 20 marks of formative assessment or basic internal marks. So this is a dedicated marks allotment for your internals. Moving forward, let's understand the question paper pattern of this subject. As we all know, in that question paper, we are having 2 parts, that is none other than part A and part B. How the marks is allotted for that? So let's understand that. With respect to part A, we will be having complete of 10 questions of 2 marks, which yields us a total of 20 marks. Next, with respect to part B, we will be having a total of only 4 questions, wherein you'll be having options for that 4 questions. Further, how the marks has been allocated? Yes, each question carries 15 marks, so 15 fours are 60. Therefore, 20 plus 16 will give us a total of 80 marks. So this is your practical written examination marks and the question paper pattern. So I believe it is very helpful for you to understand and correlate with your existing subjects too. Alright, so this was all about today's session, and see you up in upcoming session that's for Unit 1. Until then, thank you.